Okay, welcome back to the Caribou Data Science Channel. This is an impromptu session. I'm returning to our programming and our studio this evening. We're taking a look at a data set entitled Child Mortality Rate. Child mortality rate is defined as a child who dies before the ages of 1. So what percentage of the children who are born die before the age of 1? Okay. We're going to start out by looking at income groups, okay? Because there's a collection of income groups that okay, so we got a very simple script, okay, also known as Tidyverse. Then we read the file in. Then they were actually calling the clean names function from janitor. You notice the format here, package, double colon thing. Because this way, the only thing if we put janitor up here, we're going to load the whole janitor package. But all we need is just the clean name function. So by using this, we're only going to call the clean names function from inside of a janitor. Then we're coming down here and we're going to take a look. We're going to look at year and child mortality rate. We're going to create a summary, okay? So what you can see is the earliest date recorded 1751. The most recent is 2023. The minimum mortality rate is what, 14%, I guess. First quartile is no, this must be 0.14%. Okay. First quartile is 2.1%. Third quartile is 16.2%. So you can see there's a pretty wide spread. The interquartile rate is 14%. Okay. Median is 6.4 and mean is 10, so there's a little bit of a gap there. Maximum is 76% mortality rate, if I'm reading that correctly, okay? Now we'll come down here, we're going to say use string detect an entity regex to pull out any column that contains, any row that contains the name income in it. And it's ignore case. Let me just go print it out ahead of that, okay? So let's do a count. Count so let's just do a count by income group. If I could smell entity. Oh, the trouble's right there. We didn't finish our function. Okay, so now we see there's 44 rows for each of the income groups, okay? Let's come down, let's do an initial plot. Okay. Let's just do names real quick. And here's our Now we get a little tricky. Equals let's try this. Equals so let's see what happens with this. Should be ggplot2, right? Well, we'll see. Okay. So, this worked exactly as expected, didn't it? Very good. So the good news is since 1980, the mortality rate has declined, okay? Let's make it 1. Okay, very nice. I'll go change this. Okay, let's say, let's do, okay, let's just say, give it a consistent look here. So, child mortality rates by income group. As you would expect, the good news is the biggest decline, I would say, the biggest decline is in good news is that it's in lower income countries. So it went from 25% all the way down to about 13%. The high income countries remained pretty much flat. There was a pretty good increase in the upper middle income, and of course the lower middle income. Okay, so let's come back up here. Let's do a new filter. What do you want to do here? Okay. Let's see if this works. Okay, let's come back over here. Check our time. Oh, so I got, oh, here we go. Yeah, let's do this. Okay, let's come back over here. Let's do this again. Make sure we get the whole thing. There. Okay. U.S. versus the world. So the U.S. has seen a pretty good decline from about 7.8% down to under probably 1%. Well, the world is seeing a decline here, okay? Let's see if this works. Okay. How do I spell Tunisia? How do you spell Tunisia? Tunisia.
Flights from Columbus to Tunisia leaving May 21st and coming back May 25th start at $1,819. You can choose a destination on your screen.
So it's ISIA. Tunisia So this is very good news for Tunisia if we can actually accept the world numbers. Tunisia is actually seeing a very large decline in child mortality rates. It's even performing better than the world as a whole. Very nice, very nice. Now let's come down here. Suppose we set an area plot. Hmm. Okay, good. Let's let's leave it right here for now. That's 19 minutes. That's a nice session. Let's just pause here, maybe to give to do what? Let's pause here, and let's end the video here. But let's give YouTube a chance. AI thumbnail AI generation to maybe pick up on this plot right here. Okay. Where does alpha go? There we go. So let's give it a shot right here. Give it a 5-second count to let's call it a night.